Grr, Mondays. Am I right? uh, yeah. Lucifer, another cat says that. Yeah. His name is Garfield. You'd like him. He's lazy. Kind of like you. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, you're not lazy. You are just resting for ample opportunities to reach you in the future. So that way you're full of energy. I get it. I get it. I understand. Me too. Me too. Yes, hello, welcome back to Allegedly. Oh my goodness, it's so good to be back. Happy Monday, everybody. I am your host, Johnny Thomas Appleseed, and I've got all of the news for you, okay? Before we jump into that news, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it, or if you dislike it. I don't care. I just want you to hit the button. Thank you. And then throughout the episode, I'm going to be asking you some questions. So be sure to keep an ear out and drop your responses in the comments. I love reading them and I love seeing what you have to say about these crazy news topics, okay? But geez, I suppose we could just, jump into the news today. We've got quite a bit of it. A lot happened over the weekend and even today on this lovely Monday. They are keeping me on my toes here with all this news. I'll tell you that much. Oh my goodness. So let's jump right into the news with an actress. Okay, we're gonna start out with White Lotus actress Aimee Lou Wood. Yes, she is slamming Saturday Night Live for their impersonation of her, okay? Aimee Lou Wood slammed Saturday Night Live for mocking her appearance and accent. The actress took to Instagram and posted to her stories. I did find the SNL thing mean and unfunny, XO. SNL ran a sketch titled The White POTUS, slotting in President Trump and other politicians as characters in The White Lotus. Cast member Sarah Sherman wore fake teeth in the sketch to play Chelsea, Aimee Lou's White Lotus character. The actress later posted on her Instagram story again, writing, "I've had apologies from SNL." I mean, I do feel bad for Aimee Lou Wood because this is, no one likes to be made fun of on national television, especially on a show like Saturday Night Live. But we also have to remember when you choose to go into this industry, you are opening yourself up to commentary on things such as your personality, uh the things you stand for. I'm just kidding. They're going to talk about your looks and how you act, okay? And how you sound and all of those things because that's unfortunately just the way the media is, okay? I feel for her. I really do. But, I thought she was taking steps to really just like own her teeth and her appearance and everything and just be like, so what? This is how I look. People love her. She's got that eccentric look. She's got that British look and it works for her. I think she's a gorgeous lady. I don't know. I thought Sarah's impersonation was actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. She looked and sounded a lot like Aimee Lou Wood. Um, I'm not trying to be mean to Aimee Lou Wood, obviously. Like I feel for her, but I can't deny that SNL they kind of nailed it with this one. But sometimes these jokes on this sketch comedy show do go a little far and people's feelings get hurt. I Donald Trump has been saying it for years. I don't like how they do their impersonations of me. It's wrong. It's bad. I've never seen anything worse. And I've seen some pretty good Donald Trump impressions on there. I'm not gonna lie. Some of them sound and look just like him. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. He just doesn't like what they say. And if he doesn't like how they say it or how they look, I've got some bad news, Donald. I ooh, you know? Sometimes it is hard looking in the mirror though and seeing something you don't like. Yeah. I've never had that experience. I've always liked what I saw in the mirror, you know? In fact, sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I just stand in front of the mirror for a solid hour, just you know, taking it all in. and being like, wow, I am blessed. hmm So, what are your thoughts? Is Aimee Lou Wood in the right here, saying that SNL took it too far and it was wrong, or do you think it's just something celebrities need to learn how to brush off and understand that it comes with the territory of being in the spotlight? Also in the news, we've got Bill Murray. Yes, you may know Bill. He's a big time actor, comedian. He's been around for decades, okay? He's a big star. Big star. But Bill Murray is actually opening up about the misconduct allegations he faced on the set of the film Being Mortal. Oh my goodness. Do you remember hearing about this? I do remember hearing about Bill Murray being accused of some misconduct on set. But here's what Bill Murray had to say. I don't go too many days or weeks without thinking of what happened, he told New York Times before going into his perspective of what happened on set before the film was shut down due to complaints about his behavior. It was COVID. We were all wearing masks and we were all stranded in this one room listening to this crazy scene. I don't know what prompted me to do it. It's something that I had done to someone else before. I thought it was funny, and every time it happened, it was funny. I was wearing a mask, and I gave her a kiss, and she was wearing a mask. It was like I touched her, but it was just I gave her a kiss through the mask, and she wasn't a stranger. It turned out there were pre existing conditions and all of this kind of stuff, Murray continued on the film being shut down. I'm like, what? How was anyone supposed to know anything like that? There was no conversations. There was nothing. There was no peacemaking, nothing. It went to this lunatic arbitration, which, if anyone ever suggests you go to arbitration, don't do it. Never, ever do it because you think it's justice, and it isn't. He continued, but it was a great disappointment because I thought I knew someone and I did not. I certainly thought it was light. I thought it was funny. To me, it's still funny. The idea that you could give someone a kiss with a mask on, it's still stupid. It's all it was. Ugh. Okay, Bill. He's kind of still just defending his actions, isn't he? Um, I don't know. Whether you know a person or not, you don't just smack a peck on their lips even if they're wearing a mask. Especially in COVID times, people were taking that very, very seriously. It was scary. We didn't know what was going to happen. Oh my gosh. I would never just walk up to someone that I know and be like, "I'm gonna kiss you now," or not even say it and just do it. That's crazy. Always ask for consent and don't just kiss people as a joke. I don't think that's a funny joke. What's funny about that? I don't know what's funny about that. The only time I kiss is when I am deeply in love. Yeah. Or for my one night fun nights. Um but still there's a feeling there and it's mutual and consensual, not just me going up to a stranger or someone I know that I work with and being like, "Pucker up." That's crazy. What are you doing, Bill? Oh my gosh. I want to root for someone like Bill Murray, but I can't root for this action. I tell you what. Oh my gosh. Do you think what Bill received and all of the negative commentary on him and his actions were warranted, or do you think people just took it too far and you're with Bill in saying that it was just a joke? I don't think it was a very funny joke, and I know about comedy. I am a funny man. I tell lots of jokes and I'm pretty good at it. So, I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Also, in the news, we've got some new astronauts. Okay, here we go. It has officially happened. That is right. Gail King, Katy Perry, Lauren Sanchez, Carrie Ann Flynn, Aisha Bowe, and Amanda Najuen have gone to space. Yes, the crew went to the common line, which is the recognized boundary of space, and experienced several minutes of microgravity before coming back to Earth via parachute assisted landing in the West Texas desert. Oh my goodness, this was so cool to see. Genuinely, I know like there's a lot of people who are hating on it or asking why. But I mean, it's pretty dang cool to say you went up to space. And It's very empowering that it was an all women crew up there, and I loved it. I really did. I thought it was very very cool. Obviously, Gail was not looking forward to it. If you see the footage of her walking up to the craft, I mean, she is scared out of her pants. She is just like thinking about everything she's done in her life and being like, "Oh my gosh, if this is it, I swear I'm going to be so upset. I did not build my life up to this amazing thing in this amazing moment just for me to die in Jeff Bezos' rocket ship." Okay? No, but when they landed, Katie kissed the ground when she got back on Earth and held a daisy in honor of her and Orlando Bloom's 4-year-old daughter, who was there to witness her mom blast off in the New Shepard rocket. Gail also kissed the Earth upon her return, and Oprah Winfrey was there, and she cried as she saw her best friend embark on such a courageous journey.
Oprah, you are wearing yellow because Gail's call sign
is sunshine. Yes, right. And all of us, the whole family is wearing yellow today. And we've been friends. It'll be 50 years next year. We've been friends since we were 21 and 22.
Oprah watching her best friend go to space.
I think Oprah's tears were fake for the camera. She saw the camera on her and she goes, okay? I don't trust Oprah. Sure, she's done a lot of really, really big things, and she's like one of the biggest talk show hosts of all time. And she gave a lot of people cars that they had to pay taxes on or whatever. And, under your chair. It's fine, I don't know. I don't think I trust her. I've seen some of her interviews. She's always kind of not nice, accusatory in a way. Did you see her interview with Michael Jackson way back when? Yeah, I didn't like that one. I don't know. Oprah, she's fine. Okay, I like Gail a lot more than Oprah. I'm not gonna lie to you. What do you think? Do you think Oprah was actually crying, or was she faking it for the cameras? I don't know. It looked like crocodile tears to me, but what do I know? I wasn't invited to go see them go up in space, which is crazy. I would have been great. I would have given great commentary out there. I'm not gonna lie. But I thought it was really cool. It was only an 11-minute journey. It was very quick. They were like up there and then they were back. It was like the posts that were coming out were like 7 minutes apart when it's like they have officially taken off. They are in space, and then it was like they have landed, and you can hear them in the shuttle coming back down, screaming and being like, "Oh my gosh, we did it! Oh, we're alive! Thank God! Is this real life? Did I make it?" It's crazy. Apparently, allegedly, Katy Perry sang "What a Wonderful World" up there in that shuttle when they were just you know zero gravity or about to come back down or whatever. I mean, it's a very good choice of song. She said she didn't want the moment to be about her. She wanted it to be about the world. So she said, "And I think to myself, what a wonderful world." And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh my gosh. Am I Louis Armstrong reincarnate? I might be. Anywho, also in the news, this is crazy, okay? As of April 10th, 2025, U.S. travelers must get a visa to enter Brazil, ending years of visa free travel. Yes, the new rule requires Americans to apply online and show proof of at least $2,000 in funds, like recent bank statements or pay stubs. The visa costs around $81. It lasts for 10 years and allows multiple 90-day visits. Brazil says it's just returning the favor since Brazilian citizens still need a visa to visit the US. So they're like, checkmate, you too, okay? But I don't know what all of these people who, took a gap year and are just traveling are gonna do. Because there's no way they have $2,000 in their bank account. Unless they come from a rich family. Or they take out a loan, I guess. But I don't know. What do you think about this? Have you ever been to Brazil? I would love to go to Brazil. Lucifer, I bet you'd do good there. Oliver, you wouldn't like it, I don't think. Well, you might like Brazil. I don't know. Probably not. Yeah, Wheezy, you definitely would not like Brazil. Yeah, mm, I know. I know. I would love to go to Brazil. There's a lot of beautiful women in Brazil, and I'd like to get a few phone numbers. Just to maybe find my future forever. With a nice Brazilian woman. Just saying, could be interesting if there's any out there. I'm a great lover and companion. Anywho, also in the news, weekend one of Coachella has occurred, okay? With headlining acts like Benson Boone and Lady Gaga, all of the celebrities stepped out to go listen to some of our favorite artists, along with thousands of other influencers and random people from across the country and world, okay? So, Coachella, I can't tell if it looks like a lot of fun or just miserable because everybody is just toxic. I don't know. And what is it a necessity to not wear half of your clothes? Like only wear maybe two articles of clothing that are barely covering anything? Because I don't think I want to participate in that. I'm not gonna lie. Too much sand would get into too many cracks and yeah, you know. I just doesn't seem like something I would enjoy, but I guess I don't know. I've never been. Um, but the influencers sure make it look like a popularity contest. I don't know, but get this: Justin Bieber, Hailey Bieber, Kylie Jenner, Timothy Chalamet, Billie Eilish, and more were all in attendance, and people were spotting them, taking videos of them. Billie Eilish even got up on stage and performed. Because it's a brat summer yet again. I guess I don't know. I was over Brat as soon as it started. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry, it just wasn't my vibe. I don't think I liked any of the music really at all. I think the apple's rotten right to the core. And what's that TikTok trend? Whatever. Anywho, also at Coachella, Patrick Schwarzenegger was cheering on White Lotus co-star Lisa at Coachella. It was pretty cool to see. There were a couple White Lotus people out there in the audience watching her perform, including I think a member from her group, Rose. Were they in the same group together? I think so. She's got that pata 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 with Bruno Mars. Yeah, so allegedly while Rose was out there, apparently Rose was trying to FaceTime Bruno Mars during Lady Gaga's performance of Die with a Smile at Coachella. Now Lady Gaga pulled out almost all of her hits. Okay, she brought us back to 2009, playing songs like Alejandro, Alejandro, and Poker Face and Bad Romance, and like just all of her bangers. She played some new hits, some old hits. She went through the eras, and I thought it was great. What I didn't think was great? The audience. Where is your energy level? Okay, why is it that every single video I see from Coachella, the dang audience is just standing there like this? They're not doing anything. They're just holding up their phones. Like, I would be just like rocking and rolling and whatnot. I would be having the best time ever with all that music. Some of them don't deserve to be up close and personal with some of these artists. It's hot out there. They are dancing and running around that stage with a bunch of lights on them and a bunch of people with big bugging eyes staring at them. You think they don't deserve you dancing up and down to all of their bangers? Come on now. God, why do you even pay to go if you're just gonna stand there and film it? Just film your TV screen. It streams on like YouTube or something. What are you? Every performance was on TikTok. I mean, dang. Let someone else go. Don't spend all your money just to stand there like this. Is that Lady Gaga? Okay. Gosh. Benson Boone had an outstanding performance and a great set at Coachella. Benson Boone actually performed Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody and brought out Brian May from the band Queen. Yes, Brian plays guitar for Queen and has since the band was formed. That was actually awesome. And Benson sounded great on the song. I thought he did a fantastic job. And if you want to see Benson Boone in concert, he is going to a lot of festivals, and I can get you 10% off on one of those, okay? If you go to the link in the description below, you can get tickets to Love and Life Music Fest, which Benson Boone is one of the headlining acts, and you can get 10% off those passes with the code HB2025, okay? I'm so excited to see Benson Boone. I am gonna be shaking a tail feather, and you know what? When he flips, I might flip the F out because I can't do an actual flip. I'm just gonna freak out. I'm gonna be like, oh my god, Benson did the flip. Do the flip. Do a backflip. I'm gonna be cheering him on, and I will be dancing and shaking my rumpa pump, okay? Because I will not be like the Coachella audience just standing around. I will be loving life at Love and Life Music Fest. I'll be there, okay? It's in Charlotte, North Carolina. If you want to go get your tickets now, okay? Oh my lordy. Also in the news, get this. This is crazy. You know how Donald Trump said he wants to buy Canada and I think Greenland? Yeah, Greenland. So allegedly, there was a Trump supporter that traveled to Greenland on an unofficial mission. Oh, God. See, now we got American citizens taking things into their own hands, trying to make this happen. Don't we have enough to worry about here? Why are we even talking about purchasing other people's homelands? Anywho, apparently this Trump supporter traveled to Greenland on an unofficial mission, and he said, "We are not looking at you like a tiger looks at a gazelle wanting to pounce on you." Chris Cox, founder of Bikers for Trump, flew from his home in South Carolina to Greenland on his own dime to make friends and shift opinions in Greenland. I tell you what, if I lived in Greenland and this man came up to me and was just like, "Hey, we're not trying to pounce on you like a lion to a gazelle, okay? You're not the gazelle in this situation, and I'm not the lion." I I would be like, "I wasn't thinking that you were gonna pounce on me, but now I'm thinking I gotta get ready for something. Like, what are you doing? Do I gotta pull out a shank? Don't come at me with that. Don't go no door to door. That's crazy. That's not your job." Okay, that's a crazy excuse to just go to Greenland. I mean, at that point, just go. Why you gotta? What do you think that's gonna do? I'm all for like one person standing up for whatever they believe in and like trying to make a difference or make a change. This just seems unnecessary. What kind of change and difference are you trying to make here with this? I don't even know why this man took these matters into his own hands. That's I. I worry about society. But there's not much I can do about it, is there? Anywho, also in the news, we have the president of Ukraine, okay? He is facing a critical moment in his alliance with the United States. This Sunday, he sat down with 60 Minutes and he mentioned his hatred for Putin, stating that, it doesn't mean that they can't end this war together. But he explains how he feels towards this individual who has killed so many of his civilians. He says he has 100% hatred. How else can you see a person who came here and murdered our people, murdered children, says Zelenskyy. And I agree with him, okay? Putin is not a good guy, okay? And, it's a little scary to say that out loud on public forum because, they already block most of my videos in their country. But Putin is like, I know he's jacked. Have you seen the picture of him riding the horse and he's like shirtless and he looks like he could just punch me in my face and I would just pass away? Um, but I'm not scared of you, Putin. I'm not scared of you, you big bully. You are a man that is filled with hatred. Okay? You are toxic and scary and and you know, I just hope this can all just be over. Okay? No one likes to see war. I mean, some people might like to see war, like Putin. He unfortunately likes war, I think. But it breaks my heart that people are losing their lives and this is crazy. Obviously, I believe that we have a lot to deal with here, but we are sending our thoughts and our support and everything to all of them. And it's so sad the time we are living in right now. I don't even know what I'm gonna wake up to the next day. It's always just like, oh gosh, do I want to check the news? I have to check the news because I have to be ready to tell the news. But it's heavy stuff. It's heavy stuff that we're all dealing with across the entire globe right now. And I just wish we could all come together, But that's probably a fever dream. It's probably pretty unlikely. But what are your thoughts on all of this, including Putin? Let me know. How do you feel about Putin? I don't like him. Never did. Never will. And that's just my honest opinion. Okay? I don't care. Come for me, Putin. You're gonna try me? Try me, Putin. Putin? More like little. Well, now that I got Putin coming after me, I think it's time to move on to our next piece of news. Allegedly, the company that was involved with the deadly crash on the Hudson River last week, the New York helicopter tours, is shutting down its operations immediately. The Federal Aviation Administration announced on Sunday night. The FAA said it will be launching an immediate review of the tour operator's license and safety record as it continues to support the National Transportation Safety Board's investigation into Thursday night's crash that killed a family of 5 from Spain and the chopper's pilot. We've talked about this a couple of times now, and it's still just it's shocking, that this happened, and it's really it's really heartbreaking and scary, and I would love to fly in a helicopter one day, but I don't know. I've seen too many of these, and it breaks my heart that there were young children on this aircraft. It's just our hearts are still with the families and loved ones of these individuals. And we will keep you updated on what comes out as this moves forward. And hopefully, there's some more information and an explanation, at least, on why this occurred, how this happened. And yeah, that's so scary. I can't even imagine, Ugh, ugh, I don't like it. Also in the news, get this. We've been talking a lot about Trump's tariffs and the whole trade war with China and pretty much the whole world, to be honest. Trump has declared trade war on everyone at this point. But no, smartphones, computers, and other electronics have been exempted from the Trump administration's escalating trade war with China. According to a notice published late Friday by the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Office, a host of popular high-tech products germane to the American consumer won't be subject to tariffs and will buffer the public from cost increase for items pretty much used in everyday life. Before the administration made the smartphone and electronics exemptions, Apple's popular iPhone, most of which are manufactured in China, by the way, could have seen massive price increases depending on how Apple responds to the sweeping levies. Now, all of these prices are just going to start going up, 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 up to the tip, top, top. Okay, and iPhones are already way too dang expensive. Way too dang expensive. I mean, that is ridiculous. I can't even believe it. An iPhone costs, you know, what, a little over $1,000 for one that is going to work for a long time and has enough storage for all of my selfies and videos and pictures of my cat. Like, that's crazy. I can't even imagine how much an iPhone would cost after all of these levies and tariffs go into place, and that would not be good. I think I would have to go back to just like a home phone or something. In fact, I'd have to get this guy connected. Okay? Yeah. Make all of my calls. No. 911, what's their emergency? The cost of living is too dang high, and me and Elvin can't take it anymore. Yeah. No, I mean, it's. Get back. What? Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Now I can't even use this one. Ugh. What did I do? Alvin. Oh, God. Okay. Why are you doing that? There we go. I fixed it. Don't worry. Never stress. Here you go, Lucifer. In case you need to make some calls, put Alvin right behind you there. Okay? Usually when I need to cancel someone, I grab a phone and I cancel that way. But maybe we'll bring that back here with Alvin. Who knows? But I'm glad I got him, because there ain't no way I'm buying a cell phone if those tariffs start impacting the cost of an iPhone. Ugh, that is just ridiculous. Am I right or am I right? I know I'm right. You don't even have to tell me. Also in the news, get this. Has there been like a lot more fires recently everywhere across the country? I mean, I just feel like I've heard so much about all of these wildfires and just big explosions and things happening. It's rather scary. It's pretty terrifying. I'm not gonna lie, because you won't catch me jumping into a fire. Okay? Maybe for my pets I would jump into a fire. But never trusted fire. It's too random, too wild, and too hot. Kind of like me. And I feel like if I just stepped into a fire, I would combust. Because it's like one hot thing entering another hot thing, and then it just explodes. Yeah, it'd be like a nuclear explosion, really, if I walked into a fire. Unpredictable and hot. That's what I have in common with open flame. Anywho, get this. Dark plumes of smoke could be seen from miles away as a fire at a sand and gravel business broke out at a Fort Worth, Texas recycling facility on Sunday. Yes, one firefighter was taken to a hospital with a minor hand injury. The fire department said the fire is mostly contained and crews are waiting for hotspots to burn themselves out, which could take a day or two due to sand and petroleum with the tires, Fort Worth FD said, adding, the wind and heat did not help. Oh my gosh. I think fires are just as scary, if not more scary to me than like a hurricane. You know? I don't know. I feel like they're pretty equal. Yeah. I'm not scared of no blizzard, okay? I don't want to be in a blizzard because no one likes that. I like a light snow on Christmas, and then that's all the snow I need. Fire? Mm-mm. I don't like being too hot. I'm already very, very hot. You know? That's me. But that's terrifying, especially when you don't really know when it's going to just burn out, and all you can really do is just kind of let it burn out. That's one big gust of wind, and you're getting an ember going into a tree and burning down an entire neighborhood, if not the whole state, to potentially, allegedly go and make a smart city. This is happening, okay? This may be a conspiracy theory, but there's a reason these fires are happening. As awful as they are, and as sad and terrifying it is for the people who have lost their homes in places like in Hawaii or in California or all of these places. What are they doing in the next few years? Or right now, currently? They're rebuilding these places as smart cities. You think that's just a coincidence? That California is going to be hosting the Olympics here in a few years, and all of a sudden half of California burns down and they have to rebuild and make the city more smart and fancy and high tech because everybody across the world is going to be going there for the Olympics. Okay? I'm just saying something shady is happening. We need to keep an eye on all of these fires and forest fires and wildfires and contained fires, and I don't trust a single one of these people. Okay? I don't trust any of it because something fishy's happening, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it because that's what I do. That's what I do. I get to the bottom of things. Yep. And it's hard because I'm always on top. I'm always on top. I'm number one. But sometimes you got to dig deep to get to the bottom of things. And that's something that the kids could learn from me. Yeah. To get to the top and stay at the top, sometimes you gotta dig down to the bottom of things. Yeah. Anywho, also in the news, we have been talking a little bit about Celebrity Big Brother over there in the UK and how Jojo Siwa has made an enemy-ish or just met a very not good man. And that is Mickey Rourke, okay? Allegedly, Mickey Rourke has been removed from Celebrity Big Brother UK. He agreed to leave following a discussion with Big Brother regarding further use of inappropriate language and instances of unacceptable behavior. It's about time. I thought for sure he would get kicked out for the first instance when he said he was going to tie Jojo Siwa down and said like homophobic things to her face. He should have been kicked out long ago, not just a slap on the wrist and then say, okay, fool me once, fool me twice. Okay, sometimes we got to stop giving some of these people second chances, especially with hateful and dangerous use of words and actions like this. You don't get a second chance in my book. No, you're done. You're canceled. It's over. Once you start acting or talking like that, you are done. Canceled. No coming back. You don't get a second chance. Okay? I believe people can grow and work on themselves and hopefully change, but in situations like this, no. He's too far gone. There's no changing. There's no growth there. He's just no. That's a lost cause, I fear. And I don't like believing people are lost causes, but sometimes you just gotta just let it go. Kick him out. Thank gosh. He needs to be gone. Crazy psycho. Angry old man. Also in the entertainment news, HBO has officially announced 6 of the cast members of the upcoming Harry Potter series. You're a wizard, Harry. Okay? Yes. I'm not really looking forward to it. I can't lie. I'm a big Harry Potter fan. I love the movies, okay? And I love the original cast, and the books are great. I don't know. There's something about this upcoming series that I'm just not excited for. Will I watch it? Yes. Will I be very harsh with my judgments? Yes. Okay, so HBO has just confirmed the first 6 cast members for the Harry Potter TV series. Nick Frost as Hagrid, John Lithgow as Dumbledore, Paul Whitehouse as August Filch, Luke Thalen as Quirrell, Papa Ezidue as Severus Snape. Never was good with names. I apologize. And Janet McTeer as Minerva McGonagall. Okay? I don't know if I like this casting. Oh, I said it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to watch to see how I truly feel about this casting. It's just there's something. It's not clicking, I don't see it. However, the casting directors saw it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe just let the people who do this as a profession do their profession. Okay, let the professionals handle it. I just, you're messing with the classic. I hate when they mess with classics. I wish the original cast would have just done a TV show if that's what they wanted to do and deep dive in these books. Obviously, there's a lot of things from the books that weren't in the movies, or things was sped up and yada yada yada. But I really love those movies. I really do. That original cast was just so good, and we've lost a lot of the really great actors that were in the original movie series, and I don't know. I have feelings about it, and they're not positive. They're bad feelings. I want to be excited and optimistic about it, but I don't know. How about you guys? Are you excited for the Harry Potter HBO series? Let me know in the comments. Do you think this casting is good? Do you think it's going to be great? Or are you just like, I don't even want to watch? You let me know in the comments, because I'm intrigued to know what you guys think. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys will talk me into being excited. Who knows? But anywho, I believe that's all the news I got for you on this lovely Monday. We talked about a lot. A lot happened. I'm not gonna lie, and I feel like probably more than that happened. But that's all. That's all we're talking about today. Now, I got a few things to talk to you about right now. Okay, get this. Johnny has officially dropped his Johnny Drop of allegedly merch. You can get it now down at the link in the description. Get your blankets, get your mugs, get your t-shirts and your sweatshirts and all of your merch. I cannot wait until I get some coming in the mail here very soon, and I'm going to wear it all the time, okay? It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. And you know what? Even if you're not a Johnny fan, there's something in there for you too. So just go take a look at the merch and maybe pick yourself up some. Yeah, I love that. Allegedly. Allegedly out now. No, it is. It's not alleged. That's just a fact. But what else do I got? Oh my goodness. Tomorrow's episode is a deep dive on a true crime case that is popping off on social media and in the news right now. It's going to be a little bit different than all of our episodes before, but I am truly excited for you to see this. So stay tuned for that. That releases tomorrow. We may have a special guest on the podcast. I don't know what's so special about it. I thought I could do it alone, but we'll save that for tomorrow. Yeah. If you like this episode, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Go check out our other episodes where we cover all sorts of news topics. And hit that subscribe button, the bell for notifications, and, leave your comments answering my questions I asked you from this show. Okay? I love you all. I hope you have a fantastic week and a great Tuesday tomorrow. We'll see you with another episode. Okay? You guys good? Anything you need to add? No? Well, great. You guys just adding nothing. You're adding the cuteness. I'll give you that. Okay? But I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Take care. Good night, everybody. Good night. Goodbye. Yay.